Hi everybody, welcome to my review of Season 3, Episode 7 of Little Women Atlanta. Before I get started, I just want to say that this video will act like a spoiler, so you might want to watch this video later. The name of this episode is Pregnant Pause. The episode starts with Amanda and Andrea meeting with an entertainment manager to sign up with an agency, and the agency that they're signing to has a good reputation. The manager tells the twins that they're going to be in good hands with them, and it's nice that the twins are going beyond just twerking. The twins will be in good hands with their agency. And she also tells the twins that they found a speech therapist for them, and that'll help them with their career. And the agent says that the agency will also help brand the twins. And the twins sign their contracts, which officially means that they have a manager and are under the manager's agency. Then the agent gives the twins some flower bouquets as a way to say welcome to the agency. And then Amanda says that she's glad it's finally official. They have a lot of work ahead, but they're excited to get started. Next, Tanya calls Nico on FaceTime to tell him that she's pregnant. She shows Nico the pregnancy test, then Nico starts laughing, and then he congratulates her. Then he asks Tanya how she feels. Tanya says she's still grasping onto the fact that she's having another baby, and it was so unexpected. Nico asks Tanya why didn't she take the birth control. Then Tanya said she doesn't want to put chemicals in her body, and she's definitely getting her tubes tied. Then Nico says Tanya doesn't like chemicals in her body, but she'll allow babies into her body. Then Tanya tells Nico that they'll be seeing more of each other since she's having his baby. Tanya says she hopes Nico is more present, since she'll need help with the baby. Me too, because he wasn't there for his first kid, then what makes you think he'll be there for the second? Just watch, there is a 50-50 chance that Tanya will be a single mother, taking care of 3 kids. Thank goodness for Sam, because, man, one heck of a job. In the next scene, Money is shown at her house. She says that a few days before, she and Moreland got into an argument about her losing the engagement ring. She says that she hasn't heard from him since he's on the road for work. Then, Minnie shows up at Money's apartment to comfort her. Money tells Minnie that Moreland was upset with her since he found out that she lost the ring, and he got real mad, and she doesn't know if he'll come back. And she feels like the wedding is off. Then Minnie asks Money if Moreland was angry about something else. Money says she feels like the ring situation was the last straw, and there are a number of things that Moreland got mad about before regarding to the wedding. Then Minnie says she thinks that Moreland just needs some time to cool off, and she says that Moreland loves Money to death. Money says she doesn't know what's going on, and with Moreland's work schedule, she doesn't get to see him much. Money says she's depressed and down and out, and Minnie says she feels bad for Money, so she's going to plan something with the girls to cheer her up. Money says she doesn't know if she should keep trying or let go. Then Money starts crying, and then Minnie comforts her. I agree with Minnie. I think that Moreland just does need some time to cool off and think things over. And I hope that things work out for them. In the next scene, Juicy meets up with her boss, Ricky Smiley, to talk about her sex talk show. She tells Ricky that she recorded her pilot episode, and her mother found out about her sex talk show, and her mother was not happy. And Juicy was thinking about not doing the show because of how her mom took it. Ricky suggests that Juicy should make the show have advice for married couples and advice on why people should wait until marriage, and make it a healthy show, and it doesn't have to be nasty. He says that Juicy should always keep her mother in mind. I agree with Ricky, that is a good idea. Just keep it clean, keep it PG, because her mother's gonna know what she's doing. Her mother's gonna know she's talking about certain things, and don't make it too nasty. Next scene, the twins go to speech therapy. Then they go into the office and meet with a speech therapist. Amanda tells the therapist that her and her sister have ADD and dyslexia, and they had speech therapy in middle and high school, and they get nervous when talking around large crowds. And Andrea says that she speaks too fast sometimes. The therapist says that both of the twins, especially Andrea, have a lisp. The therapist has the twins do certain mouth movements, such as having them try to touch their nose and chin with their tongue, and then moving their tongue back and forth. Then the speech therapist has the twins do code switching, which is changing how they speak around certain people. Then the twins play a code switching game with the therapist, where they have to read the sentence, but say the sentence again, but using proper grammar. And they struggle with that just a little bit. The twins say that they shouldn't let their speech get in the way of anything, but it brings back painful memories. Then after their appointment, they get into the car and Amanda starts crying. Amanda says she feels mad at herself. Andrea tells Amanda to look at themselves in the present. They have cars and they have their licenses and stuff. And Amanda says that she's worried about what people will say. Then Andrea tells her not to care about what the people say. Next, Tanya and Sam are shown at their house. Tanya says that her brother, Guy, is picking her kids up from her ex to avoid a fight between her and her ex. Says she wants to tell all the ladies at once that she's pregnant. Sam says she's tired of hiding that she knows Tanya is pregnant. Tanya says Nico is excited and scared about having another baby. Sam says she's concerned about whether Nico will be there for Tanya's baby. And then Guy arrives to Tanya's house with Tanya's kids, Luna and Jaden, and she's just so happy to see them. Tanya says since her kids are back, it's like everything is right in the world again. She loves having her kids around, and she can't imagine what it's going to be like with 3. In the next scene, the twins meet with Minnie. They tell Minnie that they went to speech therapy. Minnie tells the twins that when she was younger, she went to speech therapy. And she says that she was in basic reading and basic English. And she tells the twins to just keep on practicing with their speech, and they will get better. Minnie says if they keep up their speech therapy, they'll see how helpful it can be. Then after that, Minnie tells the twins that Moreland and Money's wedding is off and Money is depressed. She says that she wants to have a camping trip with the ladies to try and get Money out of the house. In the next scene, Tanya goes to the doctor for her first ultrasound with Sam and her kids. Then the doctor performs the ultrasound and shows Tanya the baby, and she hears the baby's heartbeat, which is a healthy heartbeat, thankfully. Tanya starts to get emotional while looking at her baby on the screen. Then the doctor confirms that Tanya is 2 months pregnant. Tanya says that when she saw that baby on the screen, things were getting really real for her. Next, Money, Juicy, and Minnie meet up at a restaurant. Money says that some days are better than the others, and Moreland has been responding to her messages just a little more. Juicy and Money both say that Moreland needs space, and she should let him get that space. Then, Minnie brings up the dinner where the ladies met Juicy's mom, and she says that she feels bad about the sex talk show being brought up. Then Juicy said she's going to put her sex talk show on hold, and her mom is upset that she didn't come to her first. And Juicy says that she still wants to do the show. Then Minnie tells Money and Juicy that she's inviting all the ladies to go camping, and they're all going to have a good time there. The ladies make their way to the campgrounds. Then they show Tanya in Ms.Juicy's car throwing up in the trash. Not to mention that she has still not told the rest of the ladies that she's pregnant. Ms.Juicy says she's not sure what's going on with Tanya because she's throwing up like a volcano. Juicy says she also has her suspicions about what's going on with Tanya, but she's just going to keep her mouth shut. All of the ladies meet up at the campgrounds. They go inside of their tent and claim their beds. Then they go outside and start a campfire together because it was kind of hard for just one of them to do it. Once the fire is lit, they have roasted marshmallows and s'mores. And then they decide to tell a scary story. Each one of them contributed to the scary story, and the things that they said were funny. And then all of a sudden, they hear a noise in the woods, and then the fire blows out. And then after they hear the noise, they get scared, and they all run into the tent. Didn't they just do that same thing on Little Women Dallas? I just know all this is staged. They did the exact same thing. Everybody starts eating their food and whatnot, and then Bree begins to tell everybody a ghost story. And in the middle of the story, the ladies hear a noise in the woods, and then they all get up and run into their cabins. So they all get inside the tent, and they're all talking about they're not going back out there. Then they get in their beds, and then someone asks who wants to tell a story. Then Tanya decides to tell a story. And then she says, once upon a time there was a little woman who had an even littler woman or man in her womb. And then one of the twins asks Tanya if she's saying that she's pregnant. And then Tanya says yes, then all the ladies cheer and they congratulate her. And then Tanya tells the ladies that she's 2 months along and that Nico is the father. And then Money mentions how Tanya and Nico conceived the babies 2 months before, even though they're just friends. And then Sam says she's trying to be happy for Tanya, but the situation with Nico worries her and she hopes it works out. Tanya says since she already has a boy and a girl, she doesn't care about the gender of the baby. And she is also asked if she wants an average sized or a little person baby. Tanya says she doesn't care, but she wants an average sized baby so the child won't have health problems and won't have to go through the pain of surgeries like little people do. She mentions how her son Jaden has spine and leg problems and how she herself had 4 surgeries in her life, and she had her first surgery when she was 4. And she also wants her child not to be stared at, and she wants her child to have a regular life. And then ladies get under their covers, and then they all tell each other good night, and they get ready to go to sleep. And that's the end of the episode. I kind of feel like this episode was another filler episode. There wasn't really a lot of drama. Hopefully, future episodes in this season will have drama. Just know they will. Isn't it kind of weird how, like, on almost every Little Women show, they go camping, they go around the campfire. They did that on Little Women LA. I don't really watch that one, but they do it on that one. They did it on Little Women Dallas, Little Women Atlanta. I don't know if they did it on Little Women New York. I never watched Little Women New York. I've never watched the full episode of Little Women New York. That show's probably canceled now. I think it's good the twins are getting away from that twerking thing and stuff. And Tanya's gonna have a hard time raising 3 babies. Whew, just imagine trying to go to the store. Got 2 walking babies and 1 baby that can't even walk. That's gonna be, gotta have a big stroller, you know. Hopefully Nico's around in her kid's life. Maybe he'll just be around just so he can be on TV. You know how some of them do. Really hope he does move to Atlanta. I personally think that just talking about this episode for me, it's just a little boring because there wasn't really any drama in this episode. But I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Thumbs up if you liked the video. Follow me on Twitter at ILUMoreThanThis. Subscribe to my channel. And if you already have subscribed to my channel, turn on my notifications. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.